guys, my name is Masoyina, the CEO of Pascal Concept Photography. I'm excited to have you on this channel today. Let's get started. For today's tutorial, I just quickly want to show you how you can easily add texture to your background, because there are a lot of people you have just plain background or maybe even some pattern backgrounds too, but you still want to add more texture to it. That's what today's tutorial is all about. I'm going to show you how to easily and quickly add texture to your background. Let me show you how to move from here, this to this. Can you see this to this? What I'm going to do now is I want to use this same image, the background, the texture background I used, and this same image, the one without the texture and all. So the link to download it is just in the description in this video. I would really love you guys to share this video with your friends. Let's learn from each other, and I will really appreciate it too. Just make comments, write the comments, and then let me also know what you guys would really want me to make a video about. Thank you. You can follow this amazing lady. Her name is Maureen. Her Instagram handle is in the link in the description. You can get this texture background on Splash. That's on this site, on splash.com. You can easily have access thousands of free high resolution images. The link to download the same one I used for this image is in the description in this video. So let's get started. How to move from here to here, plain to textured, plain, textured. So if you want to use this same image to practice this adding of texture to your background, the link to download it is just in the description in this video. So drag it to your Photoshop. This is the image. Can you see? That's we want to apply this on this background, on this plain background. So what I will do is you come to your select and you come to your color range. We are going to apply on this white area. So if you click, so it's on this white area we want to apply it, on the selected this white area. But the background is still plain here, we still want to apply it. So what you do is click on this plus to select more area. Alright, I think we are good like this. So when you're done, okay, can you see it automatically select the plain background? The next thing you do is you can just feather a bit. You right click and you feather maybe 2 to 3, depends. Like press Ctrl C on your keyboard, then Ctrl V to paste. Ctrl C is to copy, Ctrl V is to paste. So Ctrl V, you can see. So if I hide this layer, this is what I just copied. The next step is for you to go to where you have your texture layer downloaded, or where you save it on your PC. You can have access to this. Just the link to download this is in the description in this video. So drag down and drop. So let me increase, expand it, make it bigger to cover the whole image. This is the texture background to be added to this plain background. So the next thing I'll do is I'll click this texture background to this plain background, this copied layer. Let's say this is just copied layer, copied plain background. It's not necessary for you to rename it, I'm just showing you now. So now you come here. How do you clip a layer to another? So if you want to clip this layer, this upper layer, to the next layer beneath it, you click on the uppermost layer, then click on your Alt, hold your Alt down, and then in between you can see the cursor will change from this hand, this thumb. Hold your Alt like this, just click. This is, can you see? It's, this just to quickly show you. This error was from the color range. So after selecting the color range, then you might have gone inside, like into the image, and select this out. So but even without doing that, we'll still get a good result. So just let's continue. So the next thing I'll do is I'll change the blending mode of this layer. So change it to overlay. Can you see? So you can zoom in to see. Can you see? Do you see here? You can't really notice it because it's zoomed out. So if you think you're okay with the way it is now, then yeah, good for you. But there are still some other things you can do to it. For example, you might want to change the saturation, the color of that pattern background. You might want to change the color. You might want to reduce the opacity. It depends on how you want your image to come out. So if I reduce my opacity, that layer, can you see? Then I can still come down here to my hue and saturation. So I can reduce, can you see? Don't worry about this. So I can just focus on the background. I can reduce my opacity, my saturation a bit, maybe my lightness. Let's say this. So because this layer is on top of, is the uppermost layer now, that's why it's applying the effects. The hue and saturation effect is applied to everything. So they want it only on the background. So what you also do is that you clip this hue and saturation layer, you clip it to this texture background. So by click on that layer, then hold your Alt and clip. Can you see? So I don't think this is good for me. I don't. So I'll just prefer. I'll go with this better. You guys, please subscribe to my channel, make comments, let me know what next you really want me to make videos on. Let's learn together, let's make this year an intentional year. So I'll really be happy to see your comments, and then so I transform those your plain background, a wonderful background. Can you see? This is very beautiful. So I can just group this. Let's see the before and the after. You group Ctrl G, or you just drag it down here. Let me rename this as texture. Now let's see before and after. This is before, this is after. This is beautiful. So let me just recap. You drag in your image into Photoshop, into your editing software. You go to your select, and then you go to your color range. So you select it, the area that the texture will be applied will be selected. If it's not well selected, you can easily zoom in, and then you correct it using your polygonal lasso tool and any of these selection tools you love to use. After that, the next step is for you to drag in that background, that texture. So let's recap on how to do this. The first step is open your image on your Photoshop, then go to your select and color range. So the color range, you pick where you want the texture to be applied on. So then the next thing is you can easily fade, you know, the selected area, just right click and feather, and then you copy and paste. Copy, then paste. The copied layer will not be on top, be on top of these background layer. So this is it. Next thing, the next step you do, the third step, is you drag in the texture background you want to add on your plain background. Then you clip it to that selected color range area. Then you can easily, you know, manipulate and change, do the color grading. You know, you change the overlay, the blend mode from normal to overlay. Then you can easily, you know, play with your saturation, the opacity and all. Then the saturation, the color and everything to just suit your image how you want it to go. So thanks guys for staying with me up to this moment, for watching. So I'll really be happy, excited. Subscribe, you can click on the notification button, you know, anytime I upload a video you'll be notified that yes. So see you next time. Please subscribe, make comments, and then tell your friends to follow this page. Thank you.